Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is the Bird's Eye View, your constitutional rights protection channel, apparently.
That's what it's coming to.
I am the War Duck, and this is Mr. Krow.
Hey everybody, good to see you again.
And due to some giggles and some stuff, this is take number 5 or 6 or something. Anyway. All right, so we just talked about the VA taking away your rights in the last video. So if you haven't seen that, you should go ahead and watch that. But if you think your rights are important, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Help it seen.
Yeah,
on to this one's.
Take away from you.
That's right. You always have the right to leave a comment and a like on this page, for the most part.
Or dislike. Dislike comment too, but don't worry, I won't say anything.
So we talk a lot about like the government spying on you and the government, taking away your rights and trying to control you and stuff. And a long time ago, we did like a privacy one about where, Amazon and Ring and all those were just free will giving out basically in-home video to your house and stuff like that. For free, without warrants or anything else, infringing on your privacy. And so there is this thing called the Fourth Amendment. And that is basically protection, without your due process and stuff.
Your property, yeah.
And where you have the right to privacy, and they require a warrant to get any of that information. They can't just get it. However, as you can see in this article by David McGarry, is Congress must close this Fourth Amendment loophole. Basically, what he's talking about in this article is the fact that without a warrant, anything that they would get from without a physical search of your home, right? Like phone data, location data, past location data, where you've been.
You went to the grocery store, finding that receipt.
Yeah, who you talked to, video of your home, security system stuff. All that stuff that's covered under the warrant is freely being purchased by the government from private companies. And databases that collect all these from private companies. So they don't have to individually do it, right? They just comes to basically, like the dark web keeps all your passwords and everything. Well, the government just buys that stuff up, and now they have all your passwords and video of your home, every phone call that you make, who it's to, for how long. And if you have been following the Idaho murders case with the Brian Kohlberg murder case, is the fact that they can also track where you've been by where your cell phone was pinging. Or data from your car if you have OnStar or something. Yeah. And so they can go back, gather all that, and find out every place you've been, everybody you talked to, all your purchases, because nobody uses cash anymore. It's all credit card and stuff. So they can find everything you bought, when you bought it. And then on top of that, they have free range to schematics of your house because of the vacuum, your little robot vacuum. They got the video of your house from all the security systems and stuff. So they basically know everything about you if they want to, and they don't have to get a warrant.
All of that is actually, this was something that we covered in about when we talked about the Ring, was when you sign over and purchase that, you agree to their terms and services that Amazon will record it, and they do just this. It gets turned over. It's held over on a third-party server. Yeah, everything you do, all your Ring cameras, your surveillance cameras, that way, your security, the data leaves your place or in the cloud.
So the amount of data that they are talking about in this is
so amazing.
Is it's crazy.
I'm somewhat of a data nerd. Just this kind of stuff, the figures were amazing.
What was something about pennies and circling the
Oh yeah. So they said in 2018, I'll read it through this. It says in 2018, people created, captured, copied, and consumed 33 zettabytes of data, approximately 33 trillion gigabytes of data. That's so much. This number jumped to 59 zettabytes.
I love this part because people, what does that
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
See, 128 trillion, 906,000, 200 or a million, and 250,000 iPhones maxed out worth of information.
I get it. That's so much. Yeah,
That cracks me up.
yeah. The
100,
number, because in 2020,
129
everybody
trillion iPhones.
29 trillion.
129 trillion maxed out iPhone 12s worth of information. That cracked me up.
Oh, so crazy. And then because we went into the pandemic and everybody was kind of doing their own thing, not able to move and leave and do anything, we went to our phones and devices, and just that number jumped to 59 zettabytes.
So your information is worth $200 billion in 2020
Yeah, $200 billion.
is what people's
Then
information's worth. And
but you
okay,
wanted,
you know
yeah,
what?
you're talking about the pennies here.
Now you know what makes me mad about this is not
What's
only
that?
do they not only do they stomp on your Fourth Amendment rights, you're actually using your money to do it because they're using taxpayers' money. Oh man, that makes me more mad now.
You're paying for this to be done to you. Like,
Damn it.
this is the best service ever possible. Yeah, it just goes back to the thing of like how I look at houses too. You know, it's like, why don't you pay us your money that we're getting? Yeah, it's just yeah. So anyway, came down to this. It's if you laid flat 2.5 quintillion pennies to cover the Earth's surface 5 times.
God damn.
That's how much data we are producing every day. Every day we're doing that much data as a world, as a planet,
Okay.
worldwide.
This is how this is used. Remember when I talked
Much.
about your cell phone data rate?
Yeah.
The New York Times for 2019 report obtained a data set with more than 50 billion location pings from the phones of more than 12 million people. From this trove, the paper soon identified a Secret Service agent's smartphone.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's crazy, right? They can narrow down your phone, narrow down where you are, or from where they get the information, they can find out who you are.
Yeah.
And that's just the paper. That's not the government, right? That's just the paper doing that. That's not even a dedicated intelligence agency looking through that stuff.
I was going to say, that's not even putting a person behind it and trying to identify it. And then,
Well, nowadays, most of it's probably just, hey, AI, tell me who this person is,
yeah,
you know? I mean, but...
yeah,
And that's the other, I guess
coming
that's
along.
another variable that I didn't even think about until just now was the fact that with AI, this even becomes a worse scenario because now
And
they can do it so much faster
you and I talked about that,
and multiple
I
times.
remember talking to you, and telling you about the AI stuff, and it's been months. I was like, this stuff's getting there. It's going.
Yeah.
It's now, it seems like ever since Chat GPT, people are now starting to pick up on the AI, and AI is getting smart, and it's,
Because right now it's
yeah,
just identifying you.
yeah.
Just wait till they give it some power.
Wait until they give it a little bit of, yes. Yeah, good power is a good way to put it.
You want to talk about get your rights trampled on. But this is just
Yeah.
one more aspect of the government trampling all over your constitutional rights, right? Is they are basically
It went behind,
bypassing the whole warrant system and
found a loophole.
purchasing your they found a loophole and they're using it against Americans.
And there was a many years ago when Amazon, like what is it, Alexa, he's always listening.
Yeah.
And they were able to, police went to Amazon and said, "Hey, we want to know what happened in this house for this murder that went on. We want to know the previous conversations and all that." And Amazon turned it over
Yeah.
without the people
For free.
knowing it.
Yeah.
And it was all, yeah, free. And that was years ago. And now they're doing it big time. Because now it's in the clause. You are
Yeah.
approving it, saying it's okay. It's
And so here's the thing is it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat about this, because here's the problem is someday the president's going to be opposite of the one you prefer, and then they're going to use this against you. Maybe it's maybe 10 years from now it's prevention of you voting. Right? So, oh, I know this person votes this way, so let's prevent them from voting. And all of a sudden your ballot's lost in the mail, or who knows, right? I mean,
wow.
like
It's interesting to think of, but yes, it's very possible.
This is the kind of thing that when the government gets their hands into this kind of power, they don't want to relinquish it. Like we did, or at least I did a bird's eye view not that long ago about God damn it, I just talked to you about it now. I can't think of it.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, we were just talking about it. And what was it? It was about you're right. It was
it pertained to this, but I can't remember now.
It did. And I'm
social media.
Yes.
Okay, so I did a video not that long ago about the Biden administration getting banned from social media because they were found to have violated your civil rights. But now, of course, the Biden administration appealed that decision because they want to be able to violate your rights.
You want to be able to, yeah.
But this is kind of part of that same thing, right? Is if the government can decide who's right and who's wrong based on how they're feeling, no facts involved, right? Because we know the Hunter Biden laptop was actually true. We know
they said it wasn't.
We know that the vid actually likely came from, that one place over there that it was named after, so like, but all those are now true. But at the time, the government didn't want them to be true, so they weren't. Now they're going to know to target, say, hey, this guy, this guy, we got all his information, so we need to make sure that we monitor every single thing he says on social media and then get him banned and then throw him in prison. That way he can't vote. Or that way he can't do something, right? So this is the kind of thing is it doesn't matter what side you're on. If the government has it, they're going to use it.
I know people think, like, oh, somebody's going to be listening to me or somebody's. It's not that. It's just AI is listening and scanning your. I mean, listen to your voicemail, right? Your voicemail goes to text. You don't even have to open and listen to your voicemail anymore. You just have to read your text. And it's not always 100% correct, but
close enough.
If it's close, and if there's keywords in there that the AI just needs to pick up and be like,
or misinterpret.
This. Or misinterpret. Yep, that's very true too. Misinterpret.
All of a sudden you're on the watch list.
You've got a flag. And now they look into you, and you guys can try to test this all you want too. My wife, we goof all around with it all the time, but we'll hold up our phone and be like, hey, we need to look into getting our roof fixed. And all of a sudden we get all the free advertising that we need. We use it to our advantage. We know they're listening, but it's just the same. They're listening. Yeah. So it's already there. It's what are we going to do about it?
And that's the thing is we make these videos for fun, but it's also like if one person becomes more aware about this, that's one more person that becomes more aware about what's happening to their rights and stuff. And because I'll tell you what, the hardest thing in the world, just ask any of those countries over there that are in turmoil. The hardest thing in the world is to get it right back once the government has taken it from you.
Once it's been taken away.
Once it's been taken away, you ain't ever getting it back. Ever. So They start taking away your rights because they want control. Once they got control, then they force control, and once they force control, you can't say anything about it. So, protect your rights, stay informed, like the video, and keep watching the bird's eye view, and that's how you stay informed.
There you go. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you later. Let us know any comments, any thoughts. We'll talk to you then. Later.
Much love all.
Take 7.